Do you want to make your brand sizzle so much so that it's on fire? Hi, this is Dana Susan Beasley of angelarts.biz and brandidentitymentor.com. An important way to build a brand that sizzles is to know your audience. If you aim at nothing, you will hit nothing. You need to ask questions like, who am I in business for? What is their gender? What are their ages? What is their education level? What is their socioeconomic status? What are their interests? What are their hobbies? The more questions you ask about your audience and the more specific questions you have, the better you will be at building a brand that sizzles. Niche marketing and affinity marketing are very effective ways. Now for me, I started homeschooling a few years ago. When I started doing that, I realized that I had a built-in affinity market because I understood the homeschooling mother. I was one, or I am one still, and it is my natural sphere of influence. So while my products are not exclusively geared toward homeschooling mothers, it allows me to have a focus and a target. And since having that decision made, since I made that decision, my products have gotten better and better and more compelling. Now, my nephew, who is also homeschooled and an aspiring entrepreneur, gave me some interesting insights recently about his reading of Dale Carnegie. He said that, according to Dale Carnegie, if you want to influence people to do what you want them to do, this is the three questions that you must ask. What are they afraid of? What do they desire? And who influences them? So, if you know what your audience, your target market, what they're afraid of, if you know what their problems are, and you have a solution, line it up with your unique selling proposition, what makes you unique, your passions, if you put those together, then you have a brand that is compelling and attractive and people want. You won't be able to keep them from coming to you, as a matter of fact. So if you know their fears and their problems, and you have a solution to those fears and problems, you're going to be creating a brand that sizzles. Also, what do they desire? Now, most people desire to feel important. Customers are important. How often do we hear that saying? The customer is always right. Well, it's true. Think about corporations that don't listen to their clients, to their customers. What happens to them? Well, I think way back when Coca-Cola decided to make a new product. They called it New Coke. And they didn't listen to their customer base, and they didn't apparently get test tasting because it was awful, and they had to take it all off the shelves. And then that's where Classic Coke came from. Many of you might remember that, but that is an example of why it's so important to listen to your target market. So, but when you listen to your target market, you know their fears and their problems, you know what they desire, you make them feel important, and you also know who's influencing them. Then you can take that, weave it in with your passions, and make a brand, make an image that communicates that clearly. Then you will have a brand that sizzles and attracts people to you like a magnet. So that is how you make a brand that sizzles. So do you want more ways to make your brand sizzle? You can download my free report at makeyourbrandsizzle.com. Can't wait to get started? Join me in a journey to unmask your brand identity. Go to brandidentity